name is Glenn Stout, and we would like to thank Sean Heaney. Did I get that right, Sean? Glenn Stout again with our future readers. We'll be back in 2 minutes with more open readings, and then our announcer for the next segment of open readings will be Jane O'Brien.
Yeah, like I'm ready for this. Who the hell are these tall people? Yeah, that's what I like.
Land of the Giants.
Telling you, I remember that show. Okay, this first poem is dedicated to the 6 or 7 clowns we have competing for the head job in this country. They're all very worried about the issues of the day, and they're not mentioning any of the really important ones. If you're a homosexual or a drug user, this may remind you of something. But this is the one thing none of the candidates are talking about, and Mass General Hospital seems not to be able to get a certain medicine to help pneumonia suffered by AIDS patients and AIDS-related complex. After a year, every month they say, next month we'll have it. So this is No Happy Endings in the Wild West. It's for our current president. Does anyone know who that is? Jane Wyman. This is called No Happy Endings in the Wild West. You surely killed him, Mr. President. He's lying there in bed. He hasn't moved since yesterday, and the only thing he said is he doesn't regret anything. He'll die a proud man, a human being, an honest person, a homosexual, a human being. He's never done nothing to anyone, still he's suffering and condemned, while you let a killer run loose as long as it only kills people like him. You're not the first not to understand his real wasting disease is your hate and your refusal to help, but mostly it's how you just look the other way. You're a filthy murderer, Mr. President. You're a ghoul, Dr. AMA. You're a Judas, Mr. Christian, and John Q. Public, well, just forget it. To think you're safe in your hometown, the first rule in a war zone is everyone's a target, God bless them, and they're all your people, Mr. President. Yeah, their deaths are all on your conscience, a very wide swath of women and men. You gave a blank check to an endless assassin and a gun that's never empty. Listen, cowboy, this isn't the kind of innocent Western you remember. When the sun sets here, it's dark, and there are no happy endings. Yeah, you've surely killed him, Mr. President. He's still laying there in bed. We don't think he's got very long, and the only thing he said is he regrets nothing. He'll die a proud man, a human being. I think this poem is dedicated towards ambivalence, but I'm just not sure. It's called Maybe I'll Wait Until Tomorrow. What if it doesn't start? What if it's too early in the morning and the feeling isn't right? What if it costs too much? What if it's contagious instantly? What if we just check it out, you know, just looking okay, and not make any promises? What if we're right? But what if there isn't any around? But what if we just don't speak the language? But what if it falls apart in our hands? But what if it isn't ethical, damn it? But what if we had to have it finished by late November and now it's... oh shit. What if we're right? And what if the weather looks like rain? And what if we can't get beer and cigarettes? And what if we have the fucking answer, but now there are 2 questions? And what if we get all the things we've ever wished for? And what if we're right? The next... I always like people dedicate a poem to one person, 2 people, a couple they know, a country. This is dedicated to all the billions of people in the Western world. You know who you are. This is called Meat World. In the jungles of the world smells like meat. And in the finest restaurants the world dives to eat. And in the depths of the biggest sea with tooth and scale and fin, even the ghosts in the darkest haunts, even they feel something. And the people in the bright day world all smell like meat. And the people in the lucid dreams smell something happening. We're on the verge of a new day, on the edge of a new world. In every new miracle, the same old things. You gotta get sick if you want to get cured. Burn a bridge and shut a door behind you. In Meat World, you have friends to be afraid of. Now the shit puzzles me because it seems obvious. We have met the enemy and it is we, and ooh, we makes up a lot of us. In Meat World, you can fight for a bed, you can lie for a future, you can steal from yourself. The clowns are all killers, everyone knows a joke. Meat dreams to you, and God bless when your meat is cooking, you can smell the smoke. Kill an option and make a rash decision in the year of our meat lord. 19 whatever, in the temple of the meat god, in the rib cage of us all. The loudest one singing, get the steak, and the silent get nothing, so don't talk small. Now between carnivores and carrion eaters, I'd trust the wolves before I'd trust crows. It's meet your maker, jump from fat to fire, such is the way of all meat, you know. And in the highest of our aspirations, the world still smells like meat. And in the lowest things that we can chew, the world still smells like meat. Give it shapes or graceful odors, by any other name, bad meat still stinks. And the people in the bright day world all smell like meat. And the people in the seats of power smell dangerous to me. We're on the verge of a new day, at the crack of a new dawn. Hey, it's feast or famine in the big meat world, so better hurry, babies. Meat's on.